Hey friends, today we're in the kitchen and today we'll be making spicy tomato salsa right from the Home Preserving Ball Blue Book on page 203. Today's ingredients that we'll be using are some wonderful jalapenos, jalapenos as we call them, tomatoes, garlic, red onion, 2-year dried red chili peppers right from the garden, cilantro, oh my god, I can never get enough cilantro, crushed red pepper, red wine vinegar, and then pickling salt. I also have some safety gloves here when handling the hot peppers. You don't want to touch them and then touch your face, and then it's going to be a bad day. Bad news bears. So I'm going to bring you down a little bit closer. And behind me, just so you're aware, we have our canner with our ball jars already not boiling but simmering to keep them warm, sanitized. I have a pot of boiling water because what we want to do is we want to get the skins off of these tomatoes. Then we're going to throw them in a quick ice water bath, skin them, and then we're going to throw everything together. So come along with me and let's make some salsa. So as we're literally fast forwarding through this whole cooking process of making the salsa, I wanted to stop it really quick because she's cutting up jalapenos and I'm cutting up onions, and I really don't feel like crying my whole way through this. And my husband for Christmas got me onion goggles. If you haven't heard of these before, they actually work and it makes a great fashion statement. When you have friends and family over and you forget that they're on the top of your head. So really cute, but they do work and you won't cry into your salsa. So. Your fashion tip for today.
Yes, sanitary as well. The other thing, we solve the problems of the world while we're together.
World peace.
I just watched Miss Congeniality the other day.
Oh, I love Miss Congeniality.
World peace.
I like this speech that she gives about gun control
Yes.
or something.
Yes.
And she goes to walk away and it's like, world peace.
Peace. Yes.
And everyone's
goes,
like,
for better gun control and higher, what is it? Higher punishment for parole violators, Stan. He's like,
and world peace.
And world peace. And they're,
Point of reference, I'm on my 4th onion and I'm not crying. Tani is.
This is like I have like tears pouring down my face at this part.
Should have gotten her dog.
Shameless promoting.
I was just thinking of myself.
Spicy iced toddy. No. Hot hands toddy. Toddy can handle spice, heat.
She can literally take a mason jar out of the microwave after 3 minutes with her bare hands. I would be crying. They would be burning my fingerprints off. There's the plan. All right, everybody, so what I'm doing is I'm taking the tomatoes, I'm plunging them into boiling water, waiting for them to show the split. These tomatoes are pretty dense. Once they've split, I submerge them in ice water, and then the skins just peel right off. And I have a bowl here for the skins. A lot of people use the skins they dehydrate them for seasonings. I don't, not to say that I will probably in the future. Welcome back, friends. We took a quick commercial break and we just kind of cleaned up the kitchen. It was getting a little messy, but we are not the cleanest cooks in the kitchen, so I don't know who is. But we always like to have fun in the kitchen, it's how we learn. And so brought you back, everything's cleaned up, we're ready for the next step. So we have everything sliced, diced, blended together, measured out, and we're gonna go ahead and put it right here in the stock pot. And we're gonna bring everything up to a boil for about 10 minutes, and then our jars are still warming in our canner pot. So we're gonna go ahead and add in the tomatoes. Smell amazing. We're gonna go ahead and add in our jalapenos. Add that little extra spice in there. Our onion, red onion, 3 cups red onion. And then we're gonna do this is the garlic cilantro mix that we put in through our food processor, which smells amazing. So we're gonna put this in here. We have 3/4 cup of red wine vinegar. We have the ever so spicy chili mix that we soaked for 15 minutes, and then we put it through a blender into a nice blended consistency. Dump that in there. That looks stunning. We have our 3/4 teaspoon of chili pepper and 1 tablespoon of pickling salt.
Had to get in on that smell action right there. It smells pretty good.
All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring this up to a boil for 10 minutes. So while this is doing its thing, I'm gonna do my thing and clean up the kitchen. All right, folks, welcome back. It has been about 10-15 minutes and our salsa is at a rolling boil. So let's bring you in for a quick look. Amazing.
Get all those smells in there.
YouTube smell-o-vision. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn on my microwave for 3 minutes. I have water in there that I'm gonna bring up to a simmer, warm, and then I'm gonna put my lids in it. You don't wanna put your lids in the microwave, that's metal. I'm gonna go ahead and take out my jars, and we're gonna get these things filled. So I'm actually not going to put this in the canner because we're really short on this, and to be quite honest, we actually eat a lot of salsa in this house. So I'm just gonna let this cool, and then we're probably gonna eat it later, and I can't personally wait to try it. I set my timer 15 minutes. Timer went off, I cut the heat immediately. I offset the lid a little bit more just to kind of expel some of that extra heat, and now we're ready to take out the jars. So let's see what they look like. When the jars pop, hey, it's a fun sound. You'll never get tired of it. It just means that you have a proper seal. So when you hear the pop, it's like, oh! We did it! It popped! It popped! It's a good seal! So we're just gonna let these sit here completely cool. Once they completely cool down, we're gonna go ahead and remove the rings because you never store your jars with the rings on to ensure a proper seal. And I can already see that it looks like all of them have popped. And we'll let them come down to a complete cool, and then we'll label them and store them for future use, which won't last very long. So thanks so much for joining with me and Tani in the kitchen today. Again, this is Craft and Grow. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button and hit that little alarm to be notified when I come out with new videos. Thanks for joining us. Take care. Bye.